Willkommen, Crafters, ich heiße andyisyoda. Ich bin hier mit dem Monsterfish.
Hey?
Didn't expect that, did you?
No.
Hey guys, welcome. The whole video is not going to be in German, don't worry. But, tell you what, this is our review of the Conquest texture pack. And I am joined with this guy, Monsterfish, who made it.
Oh, that can't be true, can it?
It is true. You made this
Oh,
whole texture pack, and it's
Crazy.
absolutely amazing. In fact,
Took long enough, though.
yeah. How long have you been working on it?
Oh, I think it's been like over a year, actually. But then again, it adds up. Like you do one texture, and another day you do another one.
So that's pretty amazing, and I guess we can't really call it a texture pack. It's because it's a resource pack. It's got sounds and metadatas and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, as much as possible. Like everything we can use, we abuse to the limit.
Absolutely. And we're on the revand.org server, and that gives us a few extra little tweaks and facilities, which if you download the pack, you might not be able to do in vanilla, but we'll explain what you can and what you can't do.
Yeah. It's gonna be quite exciting, I think.
So, you built this castle, which
Yes.
is absolutely amazing, and this pretty much shows off everything you can do with the Conquest pack.
Shows a lot indeed.
It's just fantastic, I love it, and it only took you 2 days to build this castle.
Yes, yes. I'm quite proud of that, actually.
So, guys,
Really good achievement.
you can download the pack, but it might not make you a top fast builder like Monsterfish, but you never know. So we're going to start here and have a little look around. Now, this cart is incredible.
Thank you.
Now, you've got ropes on it. How did you do these
Yes.
ropes?
These ropes are actually rails, but in a certain biome, so they display a different texture.
Ah, okay. So some blocks are different in different biomes,
Exactly.
and you can set biome in the server, right?
Yes,
And
with
the
well did.
Right. Now, the way I understand this, the whole column becomes that biome. Is that right?
Yes,
Up to it.
yes.
Okay.
Sadly.
Right, guys. So some of the things you're going to see today are metadata, and some of them are biome specific. So
Exactly.
we'll tell you as we go along. So these cart wheels are biome specific, right?
Yes.
And they're
But for
trapdoors.
example, the the trapdoors as well. But for example, these ropes up here and the hook for the hay bale to be lifted up. These are metadatas of cobweb.
So if I click that, it gives me 30, 10. Now 30 is cobweb, is that right?
30 is cobweb, exactly.
And 10 is one of the things you've assigned to the cobweb metadata.
10 is the metadata of the block, but
Right.
in default Minecraft it's unused, so I
It's
can
unused.
do whatever I want with it.
So that's what you've done in Conquest. You have assigned blocks to all these unused metadata locations, really.
Exactly, yeah. It's it has been in the game for like from the start, but I actually make use of it now since Mojang doesn't seem to be doing anything with it.
Okay, so we've seen what's possible, and we'll, as the video goes on, we'll tell you how to place these blocks as well. Now, I know in here you've got some little hay bales, is that right?
Yes, yes. They are top IDs of slabs and stairs that you can access. I think actually it's just slabs in here.
So this one's an oak wood slab, but
Yes.
the metadata for it means it looks like a hay bale half.
Yes.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It makes so much nicer haystacks.
Yeah.
Since it doesn't look that blocky anymore, I suppose.
And here's more of these trapdoors on the wall.
Yes.
So different biome for biome here and a different biome here. And you've got a list of these biomes, haven't you? Like a
I
little...
do have a list. I try to keep it up to date, but as it stands, people are a bit lazy sometimes and they slack around. But it is pretty much up to date so far.
Okay, so now we're going off to the pig pens, I think.
Yes.
These are over here, right?
Yes. They have some nice wicker fences.
Wow, these little wicker fences have got like points on the top. So how does that work? Do you have to place them separately for the points, or does it do it automatically?
It actually does it automatically. It's a special connect texture method you can use, and you just place them down and they automatically connect to the next one.
So this is an
like,
amazing
giant
feature
walls with it.
of Conquest where you've got connected textures. So people are going to need to use Optifine
Or MC Patcher.
or MC
to
Patcher
make
to
it.
make sure they can see all these connected textures.
Exactly.
And the metadatas, right?
And the metadatas, yeah. It's quite amazing that this one mod can overhaul the game so much.
Absolutely. Right, we're off to the gatehouse, I believe. Cool. And how do we actually place like a metadata block? Could you put down one bit of stone right in front of me here?
We could take this stone. Yeah, let's take the stone for this. It does have quite a few metadatas.
And then how do you change that to something else?
There are actually multiple ways. One would be with World Edit, where you can select it with left mouse click and right mouse click using the wooden axe, and then use the / set and then the ID of the block, which in this case is 1 or stone.
Okay.
And then you assign the metadata with a colon.
With the colon.
Yeah.
So
then you turn it into this, for example.
So
Also stone.
that's one colon something.
It's 1:2.
1:2. Now you have a JPEG, a picture, which is online. People can access, and I'll put it link in the description, and it shows you all the codes, right? Well, most of them.
Yes, it shows you all the IDs of all the metadatas and which ones are actually able to be placed by hand, or which ones do require World Edit to be placed.
Okay. So some can be placed by hand. You can middle click and then just place it somewhere else. Or
yes, exactly. So you just have to place them once in the world, and then you just block it with your middle mouse button.
Perfect. Or you can use this fancy plugin. I notice you've got a stick.
Yes, the stick. You can just punch or left click.
And you cycle
right click
through.
the block and then cycle through it. Yeah.
Look at that. That's so cool. So that's how to place the metadata. It's either World Edit or with a fancy plugin here on Revand. That's awesome. Okay, we're off to the Granary. Oh, yeah. Open that for me. Ah, look at this, guys. I mean, this is just awesome. This is what I love about Conquest. The iron bars have been changed into so much.
Well, it's not only iron bars, it's also cobwebs.
Oh, yeah, of
Just
course,
for
cobwebs.
For
yeah.
the variation.
So you've got hanging meat, sausages, hams, nets.
Some actually turn into skinned rabbits as well.
Oh, yeah. That's
But they are
disgusting.
not usually in here. Oh, thank you. I love them.
Oh, down here it's like a door flap.
Exactly. Like a little shop.
We're being stalked by horses.
Yeah, running free.
This is one of the coolest things I've seen in this pack. You've got cobwebs representing the chains, and then some World Edit or some plugins to place these trapdoors at this angle.
Yeah, pretty much. You can use it for so many situations. In this case, it's like this door flap, but you can also use it for railings, like you can see on the wall over there. You can use it in weldings for staircases, also for walls. I've seen people using this for separating like rooms. From each other.
You could do a nice thin wall inside a house.
Yeah.
And you've also textured the quartz stair here to look like snow.
Yeah, that's a biome-specific texture that you can use on your roofs if you have like a snowy build
roof.
you want to do. Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, and we should point out this before we forget. The is this glass?
It's
No.
invisible glass. Yeah. It's so that you.
Oh,
can...
the chickens stay in, right?
Yes.
And then below it you've got a detector rail which you've retextured into like a ramp.
Yes, exactly. It's an idea by a user, which is really a good idea.
Oh,
I
it's
suppose.
fantastic. Now, there's a number of things in here which are really showing off your texture pack. Right, first of all, things for killing people, right?
Yeah, weapons. They are necessary for every castle, I heard.
Of course. So what do we have here? This is iron bars on top of more iron bars.
Yeah, that's actually the same iron bar. It uses the same principle as it used that was used on the Wicker Fence as well. So we have the only one block and that connects with each other. Let me just show you right here. And then you can make it even higher and higher. Obviously,
you
no
could
one
have your
uses a pike like this.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
That's really flexible. It gives people a choice of how they actually use it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. They can choose how long they want to make the weapons.
Now,
And then I also have this with the swords and axes and all that.
oh yeah. So right, like hammers, swords, sickles.
Yeah.
Cool. Everything to extract blood from your enemies. Brilliant. Love it.
Exactly. how to bash open their skulls.
Now, I keep looking at this carpet here. You're going to tell me how
Yes.
this works.
Well, you know those glass textures some texture packs have, where you have like the big glass surface that connects with each other.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much the same thing for the carpet, but obviously not with transparent borders, but with nice inside, so it looks like a wolf skin.
Of course, on the floor. Brilliant. Love it. Now, we've seen the deck of cards before, the pressure plate, but not seen this bottle, I don't think. Is that more cobweb?
More cobwebs. They are the only texture, or the only block I can use for textures like this, and it's the only one that isn't like affected by placement restrictions, unlike grass or flowers and stuff.
Ah, of
Exactly.
course. Yes, because
Yeah,
you can't
the
place
only-
flowers on normal
Yeah.
things.
Exactly. The only thing that destroys this cobweb is like you can't place it underwater, but I guess you don't really want to do that anyways.
No need. There's no need. Now, look at these candles. What is this? Oh, comparator.
Yeah, and it's Redstone Torches. They look like candles for my texture pack. It's a lot more useful than having them as some kind of high-tech.
Yeah, you
flickery
wouldn't have any high-tech
torches.
stuff.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It
Yeah, I
wouldn't
love the
make much
candles.
sense. Yeah.
Now, also, like washing hanging up.
Yeah, like washing lines and what else have we got? Like barrels and tables.
There's so much to this
There's
texture
a lot.
pack, guys. You simply need to try it out for yourselves, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, we're gonna show your subscribers what we have.
Oh, that's
texture
right.
pack later on there.
At the end of the
Get to
video,
the
in
end.
fact, just a couple of minutes time, guys, we'll show you a whole place where you can see everything laid out that you can possibly do. What is this rope block here? Is this...
That is actually a log.
Oh, that's a log? Wow.
Yeah, you can have different orientations with it and stuff.
So again, to put
Really
that in,
useful.
you'd need the reference sheet and then some
Yeah,
world edit
exactly.
or a good plugin to place it. Oh, I know one thing we maybe haven't seen is the coins. Are you able to place
Yeah.
that just now?
Yeah, we can do. Let's see. I might have to change the biome though. Look, there it is. Oh, there they are.
Oh, beautiful.
Granary coins.
Yeah, the shimmer.
Could actually keep them here.
Someone's dropped some money.
Yeah, some fool dropped the money.
This leads us to the outside of the build and some of the extra details like smoke.
Oh yeah, the smoke. That's actually one of the first metadatas I ever made. Fun fact.
Animated, and it's cobwebs, and it's dark, and you can do light smoke as well, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. It depends on the biome.
Now we've also got more cobwebs, being icicles, which are
Yes.
just great. So this is a really winter feel you've got to this place.
Yeah, I mean, it does have the winter setting, so you would kind of want to have winter stuff on it. And as before, with the Wicker Fences, you can make the icicles longer, depending on how much you want them to be.
Oh, I didn't even notice. So they are. Wow.
Yeah, you
I
can
just kind of take it for
make
granted.
them
Oh
as
my
long as
goodness.
you want.
They're looking kind of
But-
dangerous now. You don't want that falling
Yeah,
on your
you
head.
don't want them on your head.
Something else to point out here are these fences which are not joined onto each other.
Let's see. There are too
I'm o-
many people, I can't follow. Ah, there you are.
I'm over here.
The trolls. Now
Look,
that they're
more
undisguised,
trolls.
I'm
They're,
losing
they're just...
control.
Yeah. I'm not giving them video time, okay?
Especially those Gemsy boys, they're the worst.
So you have a hopper, which is
Yes.
retextured as well. Is that biome
Yeah,
specific?
It's biome specific. Usually you have like a metal hopper, but this kind is wooden. And then, as you pointed out, you have like the two fences that don't connect with each other with the same texture, which allows for really neat effects.
So you got nether brick fence and then and just an ordinary fence.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolute genius. There's a guy again.
It's James.
Is it James?
I
Okay.
don't think he knows that we are recording. So.
Fair enough. So some details about the walls you were going to show me here. You've got what is
yeah.
this?
This is stained clay. And I think this is actually the grey stained clay.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing about this is I underlaid the cobblestone texture below it.
Right.
And so you can combine it really nicely with the other cobblestone. You have like really nice transitions like in this part.
It does. It's like a real wall because you've got
Yeah.
kind of a foundation and then it goes into sort of lighter materials.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do... They're on revan.org, so warp metabiomes. And this is going to take us to this special chamber. So you tell me about what we're going to see here.
Well, this place basically, quite simply put, this has all the extra blocks I ever added to the texture pack in it. So as soon as you have Optifine or MC Patcher, you will be able to see every single extra block in this plot.
So if you don't have MC Patcher or Optifine, all these little walls here will all look identical.
Yeah, they will all look like cobblestone wall, except for the mossy one, which is supported by default Minecraft, but obviously that's not the same as
of course
having more.
And these pillars here are a really good example of the connected textures, because you can make this pillar like taller, right?
Yeah, this is all just one block, and with I don't know, with Mojang you obviously would have to use 3 different blocks, which is kind of inefficient in my opinion, but
definitely inefficient. Okay, so I'm going to run over these very, very quickly. Just fly over them, basically.
Yeah.
But if you were building on Revand, then you could come here and you could see what's possible, right? And it would give you some ideas.
Exactly. There's a lot you can learn from flying over these, because sometimes even I forget what I added, and then it helps going back and see what actually is all inside the pack and what can I use to improve the build.
And here's a good example of the biome specific. You did //set biome on the ground, and these columns have changed to chains.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. So a link to a link to your reference JPEG, which gives us an idea of most of the blocks and their codes, and also a link to your biome specific document, which is pretty much up to date with all the biomes you can set.
Yeah, exactly. That would be good to put in the description, I heard.
Yeah, I'll put that in the description, obviously. Right, so, wow, all these weapons, these are so cool. These even look
They're useful as well.
They look different from inside the castle, is that?
That's because in the castle they connect to the walls a little bit, and then they become thicker, moving around the corner.
Okay, cool.
There's a lot of stuff to have to keep in mind.
Yeah. There's so much. This is amazing. Right. Well, imaginations can run riot, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys will get stuck into the Conquest texture pack and even come onto revand.org and give it a go yourself.
If you survive for this lengthy video, that is.
Yeah, that's true. If you're still here right to the end. Anyway, it just remains for me to say thank you very much, Monsterfish.
It was my pleasure, man.
And we'll see you guys next time. This is andyisyoda saying goodbye. Goodbye.